We used to have fish in the pond, but now we got rid of all those and we just have frogs and newts. We manage it for dragonflies, which are great, 2 or 3 species of dragonflies, mayflies, water boatmen, loads of wildlife in the pond. It's really good. I'm Duncan Ferns. My company is Best Habitats, and I've set this company up in January 2011. What Best Habitats is about conservation projects, and it's making them good for wildlife and ecology, but also good for people and landowners and visitors. And I think it's really important to get the two together. We allow ivy to grow up the fence and we don't trim it back very often, maybe once every 5 years. It's a great habitat for birds. We've had blackbirds, we've had wrens' nests, and it's also good for pollinating insects because it flowers late in the year and that's great for them. Ecologists have shown that long grass habitats get about 80% more insects than the short grass, and they're also great for attracting butterflies, and the wildflowers grow up within them naturally. We haven't even seeded them, but we get quite a variety in the meadow grass. So within our garden we do have some mown grass, but we also have an area where spring bulbs come up, primroses and daffodils, and then we don't mow the grass in that area throughout the summer, and the grass grows up to a couple of feet high. And it's great habitat for insects and butterflies, and understanding a bit about the food chain, which Best Habitats can help people with, is really important. So when we founded Best Habitats, we came up with a great strapline, the suit in boots, and the suit refers to my experience mainly as a management consultant with environmental public sector, so that's Natural England, DEFRA, Commission for Rural Communities. I've got a really good understanding of the agri-environment schemes, such as high-level scheme and entry-level scheme, so I really know how those schemes work for farmers and landowners. Going back, I've also got a PhD in plant physiology and earth observation, so I've got a good solid background. The boot side is that I do like to get hands-on. We manage our own half-acre garden, my wife and I. We have a 50-acre woodland in Sussex, which we manage for coppicing and butterfly conservation. We've done that since 2004. And I've got a chainsaw qualification, which all my friends in the management consultancy thought was mad, But I love it, and I love getting out there and doing it. But, I have that experience that bridges the stakeholder management of a large number of interests when we're talking about national trust, about farmland. There's a lot of stakeholders involved, and I understand that part as well, to get the business right. So Best Habitats has got 3 main target audiences. The first is farmers, landowners, woodland owners. And for them, we will help get grants, set up the management plans for projects, and test the outcomes of whether the projects have been successful. That's ecological survey, and that's people's perception surveys. Best Habitats can help farmers at the start of a project by designing a project to attract specific species of wildlife that get noticed by the farmer himself and by the workers on the farm, but also by the visitors to the farm. And not all farmers are aware that they can get additional grant funding to attract visitors. So the Access to the Countryside is a sponsored government programme that people can get funding for. And once the visitors are there, they have to effectively signpost that the wildlife is there and to inform and educate people. And again, we can help with that whole programme of education and signposting of wildlife. The second group is private gardeners, and we're very happy to advise on wildlife gardening for private gardeners. And the third group are the larger scale local authorities, wildlife trusts, areas of outstanding natural beauty, where they're trying to communicate with a wide group of stakeholders and have a business plan that influences landowners and gardeners across the board to meet their objectives. My vision for Best Habitats is to make conservation projects that are great for wildlife and people.